I'm curious. He had a deportation order, but that was back in 2019. So why is Garcia hanging around till 2025 here in this country?
Good question. Either of you know the
That's
answer to that?
Yeah, it's because of the withholding of removal. So it seemed like at that point, the government could not decide whether they wanted to appeal the withholding of removal, or perhaps they were trying to find a third country that they could deport him to. But it seems like at some point they kind of just gave up on the case and let him stay in Maryland, which I think was a dereliction of duty. They should have seen this through to the end. Then the question is, was it the Biden administration that sort of turned a blind eye to the fact that they could have probably gone through the legal proceedings to make sure that this guy was removable to El Salvador? But they weren't really interested in doing that, as we saw, because not only were they not doing obviously mass deportations, but also not really doing many deportations outside of expedited removals, which were happening directly at the southern border with a very specific subset of illegal aliens. And then also allowing a lot of illegal aliens, of course, to be processed, quote unquote, at the southern border and led into the US anyway. So I think it was probably a political decision made by the Biden administration.
That even goes to the thought that who turned him loose when they found him with the 8 people in the car. The FBI says, we're not doing this stuff, Biden's behind us. Let him go.
I'm very curious about that as well. I would like to know for sure if the FBI
Yeah.
was the organization that ordered that release. And I did reach out to the FBI. I have not got any more information about that.
Is the supposition that they called the FBI from the traffic stop or that they detained them?
The Tennessee Star's reporting was that it was a 2-hour-long traffic stop and that they had actually detained them on scene. And I believe at that point, the officer would have contacted the FBI to report a possible human trafficking. And then the FBI would have said, let him go, or don't worry about it, it's fine. For whatever reason, that did not come up in the Homeland Investigations report that I received today.